I'm Hokey Joker.
Bat Drew.
Green Lantern.
And welcome to Just Us Bros Podcast.
It's what's how many years has been for Batman? Is it 84?
Hey Google, how long ago was 1939?
Sorry, I don't have any information.
Can't do math.
Ask her what 2023 minus 1939 is.
It's been 84 years.
I think it's 84.
2023 minus 1939.
9 is 84.
84 years of Batman, yes.
Hey, bros, welcome to Just Us Bros Podcast and happy Batman Day. Heck, I mean, I'm Hokey Joker. Half my name came from the Batman comic books. So, Badger, what's your favorite Batman memory?
My favorite Batman memory? Oh, jeez. For me personally, I think it's going to be hands down the time I met Kevin Conroy in 2018 in Raleigh and got to meet him. I think that was 2018 because he wished me a happy 30th birthday and I was like, holy shnikes, that's pretty cool.
Flashman?
I'd have to say, growing up and the first time I watched the animated series, the amount of joy and rush that I got seeing it in a motion way, not just in a comic.
My favorite Batman memory I love seeing all the cosplayers and I love seeing all the costumes. But I have to say one of them was this past go around at Raleigh when, man, Bat Drew was getting all the love for his awesome Batman costume that's sitting right behind him. Even Grant Gustin called him Batman, which is awesome.
He did.
I've got to go more comic wise. In here recently, past 5-10 years, I guess 5 years, Dark Knight's metal and the death metal and all the different variations of Batman, they just made a badass character even more badass with all the different variations.
Bat-ass. So what is your guys' favorite thing that Batman has brought from popular culture? What is the best thing about Batman?
His butt.
Badger, what do you like most about Batman?
The character himself, a flawed hero. He is a superhero, but kind of to me, he's almost on the verge of like an anti-hero or maybe what you would call a tragic hero because he does what's right. He doesn't necessarily do it the way Superman would because, Superman is like the definition of a hero, but Batman still does it, but he does it in his own way. So I kind of like that he's more grounded, especially that he is literally a human that hangs out with literal gods and monsters. Like he's the peak of, physical form, super smart, and he can be on a level with somebody like Superman or Wonder Woman or Aquaman, and no one's like, who's this dude? They're just like, oh yeah, that's him.
Green Lantern, what's your favorite thing about Batman?
Aside from his butt.
Aside from his butt.
Probably everything Bat Drew said, but also I don't know, he's just a cool character. His brain makes him where he can stand up to anybody. Like you said, he's got a contingency plan for everybody in the Justice League, so he can take them all down if he needs to. Which I really liked that they explored it in a couple animated movies. They explored it in the comics. I mean, he's got kryptonite for Superman. He's got codes to shut down Cyborg. Something to knock out the Flash of speed. He's got a yellow lantern ring to take out Green Lantern. You name it. He's got fact that he stood up to not just his own rogues gallery of supervillains, but he stood up to like Brainiac and Lex Luthor and Darkseid, like as a human that does that. Like he's just badass.
Flashman, what is your favorite thing about Batman?
I have to say it's probably the fact that he stands up for what's right. He embodies the true hero in my mind. Might walk the veil of darkest night or light as day, but he knows what is true and what is wrong, and he will fight tooth and nail for people that he cares about, and for the injustices that are done in Gotham.
All right. And my favorite thing about Batman is, oh man, who would have thunk that Bob Kane and Bill Finger, when they made Batman, the mythos he would create, the characters that would spawn off of him. It's the mythos for me. It's Batman is for everyone. You went dark and gritty.
How long ago did they start?
1939, so 84 years ago.
That's good
84
math you just did on the spot.
Excellent.
Thank you. But 84 years of Batman. You want campy? You got Adam West. You want dark and gritty? You got Robert Pattinson. You want a great villain story? The Dark Knight. All the characters that have come from them have gotten a life of their own. How many vinyl stickers do you see walking into Hot Topic or Spencer's? You see all this stuff because Batman has meant so much to everybody and he can be for everyone. Well, you want to watch a cartoon, animated series, Brave and the Bold? Want to play a fighting game? Okay, Injustice 2. Want an open world Gotham, Arkham Knight, Arkham series, everything. But the way that Batman has just impacted, like the meteor that killed the dinosaurs, but instead of death, it brought 84 years of awesomeness.
Yeah, and I just want to add another thing too. Like something else I like about Batman is, I think, actually now I'm thinking about it, I think he may be the most, well, he is human, but his humanity when he's, Batmaning, like his rogues gallery, his villains, he keeps putting them in Arkham Asylum. Doesn't kill them. He wants to actually try to help them, rehabilitate them somehow without, just ending them. But yeah, his humanity, like his undying, vigilant try to rehabilitate like the Joker and stuff, and just like, snap his neck and just be done with it.
Well, and I like too that, like, out of all the DC characters, I mean, again, I'm partial to Green Lantern. So if you're talking about all the different Green Lanterns, yeah, but for the most part, when you're talking about Earth-based characters and their extended family, the extended Bat family, like you've got the Robins, of course, Nightwing, Red Hood, Red Robin, Damian Wayne, Stephanie Brown. I mean, just all the different ones, plus throw in Catwoman, even Harley Quinn sometimes.
Batgirl.
Batgirl, Batwoman.
Yeah.
He's just got a huge Bat family, and of course Alfred, the most important of all. But you don't find that. I mean, Superman, you got Lois Lane, and then in some iterations he's got a kid or two, but and Ma and Pa Kent, but you don't have that family with a lot of other characters.
Yeah, and most of the Batman characters are universally loved. If you go to any Comic-Con, you will see a Batman. You'll see 800 Jokers. You'll see 300 Harley Quinns. You may see a Bane, Catwoman, but like even like it doesn't matter when they introduce the characters. Like I don't know how old Robin is, like as far as like when he was introduced, but you've had all these Robins. Everyone has their favorite Robin. Everyone has their favorite Batman story arc. And one favorite memory I have is we went to not GalaxyCon, AwesomeCon in DC, and Green Lantern and I dressed up like the Batman Who Laughs, who's got a big following now, and he was the Dawnbreaker, and we met Greg Capullo, which was really cool to meet an artist who created these characters for us, and just to see him like
your helmet.
Yeah, and he signed my helmet, which was like really cool to make something and show it to the guy who made the original pen to paper artistry. And I think he was like pleasantly surprised because that was the first Batman Who Laughs cosplay we've seen was the one that I made. So I thought that was just a real. Oh, and the Grim Knight was another one that I think's got a little bit of following. Just read Dark Knight's metal, guys. It's so cool. You want a Batman who's a T-Rex? You got it. You want a Batman who's Atrocitus? You got it. You want a Batman and Adam? You got it. So just go check that storyline out.
Wouldn't his name just be Batum?
Batum, yes. Or a monster truck Batman. They have a monster truck Batman.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
I'm pretty sure they do.
Look up something.
they have a Batix too.
Wait, wouldn't that just be Batmite?
Probably. Favorite. I know we've done our favorite Batmans, but we can throw it out again. favorite actor as Batman. Favorite Batman and favorite Bruce Wayne, and it can or cannot, it could or could not be the same person.
Okay, Bruce Wayne, Christian Bale, Batman, Ben Affleck.
Wow.
Hey, the brutal fight scenes from Batfleck and the sort of just watch Batman Begins from 2005 and see that drunken, oh, I'll buy your hotel or anything. Perfect Bruce Wayne. Batfleck, I mean, he reminds me of the Arkham games. I mean, and Batman v Superman when he's throwing crates, cracking skulls, burning people. Beautiful. Who's your favorite Batman Flashman and who's your favorite Bruce Wayne?
Favorite Batman is going to be Batfleck. And then Bruce Wayne is going to be Kevin Conroy. It's hard not to make them both, him both, but
Yeah.
I figure I got to go live action. I got to go Affleck just for the brutality.
Green Lantern, who's your favorite Batman? Who's your favorite Bruce Wayne?
I got to go with my favorite Batman. I got to give it to Robert Pattinson, which really surprised me, but I really liked his portrayal. I think he's got a lot of potential to grow in that role. On the flip side, he's my least favorite Bruce Wayne.
Because you
So
don't see him.
You don't see him, and then when you do, he's like all emo and everything. And he's my least favorite Bruce Wayne, but my favorite Batman. Bruce Wayne, it's a toss up. I was gonna say Christian Bale, but since you already said it, I'm gonna go with my second, which would be George Clooney, just because he's got that suave personality, pulls it off perfectly.
Who the hell is
Almost like
that?
George Clooney just jumped in that movie and was like, "Oh yeah, I am Bruce Wayne in real life. I
Yep.
can do this."
Now, Bat Drew, we need to know this, Bat Drew. You're the authority on everything Batman for us.
It is such a tough decision. Like, I do love Ben Affleck's Batman. I do love Robert Pattinson's Batman. Hell, I even love Val Kilmer's Batman. But for me, it holds a special place in my heart. Michael Keaton's like you can see him up here on my wall. It's just he's the way that Tim Burton like created that universe. Like he made it like Gotham was like a Burton verse. Like it was beautiful. It was dark. It was gritty. It was a little weird.
Yeah.
I just loved everything about it. So, like I said, for me, that really does hold a special place in my heart. That is my favorite Batman. And Bruce Wayne, I want to say Keaton too, because like I think he played the character. He showed that the character was very flawed, more so than the billionaire playboy philanthropist type. But okay, for Bruce Wayne, I will go Ben Affleck because I liked his Bruce because he was very angry, he was very grizzled. Like his Batman was great. His Bruce for me too, like the opening scene for Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice when he's on the phone with one of his workers in Wayne Enterprises, the tower, and you see it collapsing, and you see everyone running away from the debris and the building falling. Like Bruce Wayne is the only one that's running to the danger. Like that got me so hyped when I watched that movie. I was like, his Bruce for me, that's what Bruce should be.
Okay, guys, who is your favorite Robin, though? Because there's a bunch of different characters who played him. I mean, for me, it's Tim Drake. I mean, he found out who Batman and Robin were just by like a move that Dick Grayson knew. So he knew, and he found out on his own, and then he earned his right to be a Robin, which I think is really cool.
Mine, I'd have to go with Nightwing, just because he's the OG Robin. He got a very similar background to Batman, but instead of being the Dark Knight, he's kind of a more happy, campy character. The acrobatic skills are pretty cool. I like his outfit. I like his Escrima sticks or whatever they're called.
Eskrima.
Escrima.
Eskrima.
Bless you. But yeah, I guess for me, my favorite Robin arguably would be the most troubled, I guess you would say, Jason Todd. Because Batman found him like literally trying to take the wheels off of the Batmobile, which he almost successfully did, which impressed, Batman. Is like, how could this kid do this? Like, instead of looking at him like, hey, this kid's a criminal, going back to his humanity thing, Batman looked at him like, I can reform him, and he turned him into a Robin. So, yeah, Jason Todd for me.
I'm gonna have to go with the brooding teenager that is always pissy. Damian Wayne. I mean, he is a Wayne. He's just naturally moody, and I love the fact that he's got all of the kick-ass ninja isms from Talia, and that he's learning from his dad. And he kicks Nightwing's ass on a regular basis.
Love that sibling rivalry right there.
Absolutely.
It's like big brother, little brother.
Yeah. Except little brother kicks big brother's ass.
So who would you guys vote if something happened to Batman, like he's gone out of those four? Who should take up the mantle?
Nightwing.
I mean,
Uh,
honestly, I would go Nightwing too, because Nightwing, out of all of the Robins that have come to be, like, he's the closest thing to what Batman should be. Like, because I think when Batman chose each of his Robins, he chose them each for a different like skill set. Like Nightwing, like that's the man he wishes he could be. For Tim, like he admires his intellect, genius. For Jason, he likes his ferocity. Jason, he understands that Jason's willing to go too far, and sometimes I don't know. No, he understands that Jason like is gritty, grounded, more of a brawler, and Damien obviously the fruit of his loom. But yeah, but I would still think that Nightwing would do the best to take up the mantle after if Bruce couldn't do it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah.
I also agree.
Nightwing's already had on the costume once. I mean,
Yeah.
he did wear it.
Yeah, and I think with Nightwing has got the instilled morals of Batman, because if you throw in like Damian, he might be a little too easily influenced by Talia or Raish. Tim might not have the physical prowess, and I mean, Jason Todd would be
Jason's just
killing
gonna
people.
bang everybody.
Yeah.
Bang bang,
No, it's bang bang.
bang bang, you're dead. Alrighty, guys, I know this. Like, if I ask this question, we're all gonna have the same answer probably. So, who is your favorite Batman villain, not named the Joker? Who wants to go first on this one?
I'll go first. My favorite Batman villain is Bane.
That's not Charlie Brown's teacher. I think that's Bane, right?
What did he say? I couldn't understand that. Now he's like falling out of a plane.
Bane.
Oh, Bane.
Say what you will about the guy, about his live action portrayals. In the original Batman, where he showed
Schumacher.
up with, yeah, he was the dumb brute wrestler, whatever. Still strong as crap. In Dark Knight Rises, he was more comic accurate as far as having the intellect, but then they ruined it by showing that Talia was pulling the strings all along behind the scenes. So that again, kind of, but comic book wise, and some other adaptations like Bane's still my favorite just because he's got the strength, he's got the intellect, he is on almost the same level of intellect as Batman. And then of course he goes all rage monster on you, and so he hulks out, and it's just a cool character. He broke Batman's back. Like, who else has done that? So I hope to break today.
Okay, Flashman, what about you?
Ah, we're going live action. I really enjoyed Poison Ivy's on screen. Not to mention she can just wrap him up and you can't do it so much.
She
And
can wrap
then,
me up too.
well, I was getting there. Uh, as far as the comics go, I'm still with Mr. Freeze. He's the tragic backstory just builds that character so well. And I mean, I can't fault the man for what he did.
I mean, in Heart of Ice, great storyline, and in the animated series and in the Arkham Origins game. Batcher, you want to go next, or you want me to go next?
I'll go next. For me, favorite villain.
Not
It's
named
really
the Joker.
tough. Not named the Joker. I know. But I think for me, I'd go with Hugo Strange, because in the comics, he also figures out who Batman is. Um, Almost, I would say, the same level of intellect as Batman, and it's just weird to see in the comics too how he almost is as physically fit looking, at least, as Batman is, because I think at one point he tried to frame Batman by dressing up like him and doing dirty deeds, I think. But really what cemented like the legacy for me was in the Arkham series of the games, the Arkham City, when Hugo Strange was like the man behind the show for that. And he was like the plan, the layout, the execution, everything in that game was great. And it really made me hate that character even more after playing the game.
All right. And mine, I mean, I think it's arguably the best thing from Arkham Origins is you got to go with Deathstroke, man. Even though you see him in Arrow, but in the comics, you look at it, for a time, Batman thought maybe Damian's not mine. Maybe he's Slade Wilson's son. So, I mean, if you're looking for maybe not the intellect, but a merc for hire, also, he's got the same hand-to-hand combat skills as Batman with a lot deadlier weapons. I mean, Deathstroke, pound for pound, probably the most even match for Batman. And yes, he is missing an oi, according to Manu Bennett from Arrow. But I think physically, armor-wise, tactically, he's a great villain for Batman. He's my favorite villain, not named the Joker, for Batman. A man with no code, with the same skills, who can kill you.
Every man's got to have code.
All right, guys. Again, happy Batman Day. What is your favorite Batman memory? What do you like about Batman? Who is your favorite Batman villain? And please, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. We're just us bros, and we want you to be a bro too. So anyway, guys, I'm Hokey Joker.
Petru.
Flashman.
And guys, enjoy Batman Day. Cheers.
Wow, I really was sweating in that.